Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Make more interesting or flavorful. Add herbs or spices to. The property of being seasoned with spice and so highly flavored. Any of a variety of pungent aromatic vegetable substances used for flavoring food. Aromatic substances of vegetable origin used as a preservative. Make more interesting or flavorful. Add herbs or spices to. A tart, spicy quality. Add herbs or spices to. Vigorous and enthusiastic enjoyment. The property of being seasoned with spice and so highly flavored. Behavior or language bordering on indelicacy. The property of being seasoned with spice and so highly flavored. Lay aside, abandon, or leave for another. The car changed lanes. Cause to change, make different, cause a transformation. The discussion has changed my thinking about the issue. Exchange or replace with another, usually of the same kind or category. He changed his name. An event that occurs when something passes from one state or phase to another. The change was intended to increase sales. Become different in some particular way, without permanently losing one's or its former characteristics or essence. Her mood changes in accordance with the weather. Give to, and receive from, one another. Would you change places with me? Become deeper in tone. His voice began to change when he was 12 years old. Change from one vehicle or transportation line to another. She changed in Chicago on her way to the East Coast. A difference that is usually pleasant. It is a refreshing change to meet a woman mechanic. A different or fresh set of clothes. She brought a change in her overnight bag. A relational difference between states, especially between states before and after some event. He attributed the change to their marriage. A thing that is different. He inspected several changes before selecting one. Change clothes. Put on different clothes. Coins of small denomination regarded collectively. He had a pocketful of change. Money received in return for its equivalent in a larger denomination or a different currency. He got change for a 20 and used it to pay the taxi driver. Remove or replace the coverings of. Father had to learn how to change the baby. The action of changing something. The change of government had no impact on the economy. The balance of money received when the amount you tender is greater than the amount due. I paid with a 20 and pocketed the change. The result of alteration or modification. There were marked changes in the lining of the lungs. Undergo a change. Become different in essence, losing one's or its original nature. She changed completely as she grew older. Cause to change, make different, cause a transformation. Add a modifier to a constituent. Make less severe or harsh or extreme. Please modify this letter to make it more polite. Insert words into texts, often falsifying it thereby. Cause to change, make different, cause a transformation. The advent of the automobile may have altered the growth pattern of the city. Become different in some particular way, without permanently losing one's or its former characteristics or essence. Remove the ovaries of. Make an alteration to. This dress needs to be altered. Physics, the 6 kinds of quarks. The general atmosphere of a place or situation and the effect that it has on people. The taste experience when a savory condiment is taken into the mouth. Lend flavor to. One of the natural periods into which the year is divided by the equinoxes and solstices or atmospheric conditions. The regular sequence of the seasons. Make more temperate, acceptable, or suitable by adding something else. Lend flavor to. Make fit. This trip will season even the hardiest traveler. A period of the year marked by special events or activities in some field. He celebrated his 10th season with the ballet company. A recurrent time marked by major holidays. It was the Christmas season. Physics, the 6 kinds of quarks. The general atmosphere of a place or situation and the effect that it has on people. The taste experience when a savory condiment is taken into the mouth. Lend flavor to. A property appreciated via the sense of taste. Something added to food primarily for the savor it imparts. The act of adding a seasoning to food. Something added to food primarily for the savor it imparts. Something added to food primarily for the savor it imparts. Something added to food primarily for the savor it imparts. Something added to food primarily for the savor it imparts. Something added to food primarily for the savor it imparts. A cook who uses seasonings. The cook is a light seasoner. A chemical compound that is added to protect against decay or decomposition. Tending or having the power to preserve. Timbers should be treated with a preservative substance. The taste experience when common salt is taken into the mouth. Negotiations between the United States and the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics opened in 1969 in Helsinki, designed to limit both countries' stock of nuclear weapons. White crystalline form of especially sodium chloride used to season and preserve food. A compound formed by replacing hydrogen in an acid by a metal, or a radical that acts like a metal. Add salt to. Add zest or liveliness to. She salts her lectures with jokes. Of speech, painful or bitter. Salt scorn. Preserve with salt. People used to salt meats on ships. Sprinkle as if with salt. The rebels had salted the fields with mines and traps. Pungent rhizome of the common ginger plant, used fresh as a seasoning especially in Asian cookery. Liveliness and energy. Used especially of hair or fur, having a bright orange-brown color. A man with gingery hair and bright blue eyes. Dried ground ginger root. Add ginger to in order to add flavor. Ginger the soup. Perennial plants having thick branching aromatic rhizomes and leafy reed-like stems. Attack and bombard with or as if with missiles. Pungent seasoning from the berry of the common pepper plant of East India. Use whole or ground. Climber having dark red berries, peppercorns, when fully ripe. Southern India and Sri Lanka. Naturalized in northern Burma and Assam. Any of various tropical plants of the genus Capsicum bearing peppers. Add pepper to. Pepper the soup. Sweet and hot varieties of fruits of plants of the genus Capsicum. A common rockweed used in preparing kelp and as manure. A tart spicy quality. The Imperial Dynasty of China from 618 to 907. The taste experience when a savory condiment is taken into the mouth. Brown algae seaweed with serrated edges. Any of various coarse seaweeds. Any of various kelps, especially of the genus Laminaria. A tart spicy quality. A tart spicy quality. The quality of being agreeably stimulating or mentally exciting. A tart spicy quality. The quality of being agreeably stimulating or mentally exciting. A tart spicy quality. The quality of being agreeably stimulating or mentally exciting. A hot spiciness. A painful wound caused by the thrust of an insect stinger into skin. A small amount of solid food, a mouthful. Wit having a sharp and caustic quality. The bite of satire. A light informal meal. A strong odor or taste property. The sulfurous bite of garlic. The act of gripping or chewing off with the teeth and jaws. Deliver a sting to. To grip, cut off, or tear with or as if with the teeth or jaws. Gunny invariably tried to bite her. Cause a sharp or stinging pain or discomfort. Angling. An instance of a fish taking the bait. After fishing for an hour he still had not had a bite. A portion removed from the whole. The government's weekly bite from my paycheck. A wound resulting from biting by an animal or a person. Penetrate or cut, as with a knife. A tart spicy quality. Sever or remove by pinching or snipping. Nip off the flowers. The taste experience when a savory condiment is taken into the mouth. The property of being moderately cold. Offensive slang. Offensive term for a person of Japanese descent. A small sharp bite or snip. A small drink of liquor. Squeeze tightly between the fingers. Give a small sharp bite to. The Queen's corgis always nip at her staff's ankles. The attribute of urgency in tone of voice. The quality of being sharp and clear. A strong odor or taste property. The sharpness of strange spices. Harshness of manner. A quick and penetrating intelligence. Thinness of edge or fineness of point. The quality of being keenly and painfully felt. The sharpness of her loss.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.